Yeah, how's it, guys? Hope all is well. Hope all is doing well. Yeah, the following video was just me explaining how to install a Nadi steering wheel and also quick release in your car. I'm going into detail of what I've done, the parts, and all the items within the video was provided by the Racing Edge in Paro in Cape Town. Also, I've confirmed with the supplier that if you do need any parts, you can mention my channel, Synigma TV, and it will provide you with 10% off. So yeah, guys, like and subscribe, join the movement, and share with friends and family. Hope you like it. Peace out. Cheers. So upon getting the new hub at Racing Edge, I decided to not get rid of my own steering wheel, but to also have my old steering wheel put in storage, having my new hub installed, and also having the new quick release hub from Sparco installed in my car. There's a few alterations that I need to do because what happens is your positive on your hooter runs on this plate here at the back of the hub, and also this wire is attached to this plate running at the back of the hub, so it's running on a positive. As you can see on the quick release hub, there is a positive and negative wire, but the positive and negative wire comes with two female connectors. What I would do, because on the hub itself there's a female connector on the side, you need to have a male connector on the other side. This is the positive wire that I'm installing on that's coming on the quick release. So what I've done is I've crimped a positive connector on the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly connect a ring connector, which is this one here, to the quick release on the negative side, which I'm going to then attach to the negative side of the quick release to actually ground the negative wire, so that when I do install the quick release on the hub, it will go like that. If I can say it will go like that, and then obviously the hub in itself will go on top of the quick release, and this part will go against the steering wheel, which then the Nadi hooter, which has a positive and negative, will be connected to the two positive and negative female connectors on the steering wheel. So let's first sort out the ring connector on the quick release hub, and then we can take it further from there. Shot. So what I'm doing now is I've already cut off with my crimping tool. I've already cut off the negative. Sorry, that was a fan being on the room. My negative and positive connectors, terminals, which is both negative and positive, black and red. Sorry for the blurring. There we go, you guys. I think you guys can see. So I've connected a male connector this side, and I need to connect a ring connector on the side, on the negative side. So I'm just quickly going to put this in here. Making sure that is correctly seated, and then I can crimp this down. Cool. Oh well, that's a bust. Let's try it again.
A few moments later.
Ah, sweet. That is a solid fit. So what happened here is this is the positive side with a male connector, and this is the ring side connector, which is negative. And obviously, this will fit over. It will fit onto the hub, the quick release hub, to ground out the negative portion as well. So that when you do press on the router and the negative and positive connection closes the loop on the router, then you don't have that spurts where the router blaze continuously or your router don't work at all. So hopefully this works, and I think it should work. Then we should be great. Then we should be hundreds. Okay, so as I'm busy taking off the OEM steering wheel, I have loosened the 10mm Allen key screw at the bottom of the steering wheel. It will allow me to take off the cover for the router. As you can see, there's a wire attached to the router of the steering wheel. This is your negative wire that allows you to ground or to close the circuit when your router is engaged. This is negative because, as you can see, the negative is it has a backing plate at the bottom. The screw is attached, the wire is attached to the screw here, which is grounds it out. This is your negative wire. At the back of the steering wheel, where your steering rotates, there's a positive pin that presses against the plate. So let me just take off this 19mm bolt, and then or 90mm nut, and then we can I can show you what happens after that. Right, cool. Using my ratchet, I just loosened the 19mm nut, just making sure that my steering wheel is in its center position, so that when I do take the wheel off, then it's not in any kind of an angle, so that the wheels are off when I put the Nadi steering wheel back on. So to loosen the steering wheel, not to jolt it into your face, rather loosen the nut halfway, hit the steering wheel at each angle to make sure that when you wiggle it, the steering wheel is loose, and then when you taken the nut completely off, then when you pull it, it won't knock you in the face. So this is basically the steering wheel coming off. As you can see, the steering wheel, this is my standard steering wheel that I'm removing at this point. At this moment, as you can see, this is the pin that I'm actually talking about, where the pin is the positive connection between the backing plate of your hub and also closing the circuit. So when you press on the router, on the negative on the router in itself, then basically the router can go on. So basically, let's do this. Alright, cool. As you can see also, there's some grease here at the back of the steering wheel itself. As you can see, just show you, that's a little bit of grease that sits behind the steering wheel to give it a bit more smooth turning circle on the wheel. So if you look behind the original steering wheel, you can see actually the grease on here, which makes it a bit more smoother. So that backing pin that I used to talk about, which is the positive connection, that makes that line, original line on the back of the steering wheel, it gives it a more smoother feel to the turn, and it won't put more pressure on that pin, and it won't allow that pin to break off. So what I'm going to do before I fit my hub is take a bit of grease, as you can see, a bit of grease, and I'm going to put it on this backing plate on my hub, just to give the backing plate of the hub a little bit more slippage, if I can say it that way. Not a thick layer, just a thin layer of grease, just to be sure that when I do fit the hub on the steering rack or on the mechanism inside of the car, that when I do turn, then this pin that's located here behind the steering wheel does not, how can I say, it doesn't struggle to make contact, and also there's a lot of slippage on the steering wheel in itself, and it won't put pressure on this to break off. So let's take a look and see how this works. So that's that. So let's make sure that we do put it on the right way. Cool, that's the right way. Also, just to keep in mind, like I mentioned, this is your negative pin on the steering wheel, or your positive pin on the steering wheel. So when you put the steering hub on the car, you fastened it with a nut, a 90mm nut on the inside. So this actually is your positive wire now. So which means on the back of the pin, where it connects to the hub and it rotates on the hub, when you press this back on the hub, it's supposed to make a closed loop. So when you press it, your hooter goes on, which means at this point you need to actually have a wire that goes from here to the quick release also, and then from the quick release to the hub to close that circuit. So when you connect on your hooter, the hooter is supposed to go on. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in my 19mm bolt just to fasten the bolt. Cool. Just tighten this bolt quickly. My steering is still on, so when I do turn and I do lock my steering wheel, I'm going to then lock it again. So at this moment my steering is locked, so when I do turn the steering wheel, it will lock in its position, and then I can fasten that bolt securely. Cool. Right, cool. Okay, cool. So like I've explained earlier on, when you touch this positive wire and you ground it against the negative, then it closes the loop, and obviously the hooter will play. So the hooter will go on. So what I'm doing now is I'm connecting my male and female connectors here, just to show you, just to bring it a bit closer. I've connected my male and female connectors there, and this is my positive wire that will ground, that will make the connection between when I press the hooter on my steering wheel, and the connection in between the hub and the quick release. So I'm just using the loop here. Alright, cool. So like all electrical things that you fasten or that you work on, please make sure that you continuously use insulation tape, just so that when there is an electrical current, it does not short circuit the work that you've done, whether it's small electrical jobs or anything of the sort. So what I'm trying to do now is, with regards to the negative and positive that I've connected, or no, positive and positive that I connected, male and female, I always try and to secure the job that I've done into making sure that there is no whatsoever issues with the connection. All right.
The next day.
How's it, guys? This is the next day. I've done is I managed to finish my naughty steering wheel and also the quick release. So I'm just gonna run you through, make sure that everything is still working the way it's supposed to. So let's have a look. Also, this is the Nari steering wheel. It's currently laying on top of the hub. I've placed it here. I managed to get it sorted out. This is the Sparco quick release. I managed to sort this out this morning only after numerous attempts of getting it sorted. Our steering wheel fastened. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you what I've done to get it resolved, because like I mentioned, each and every person experience or goes through these kind of things differently. Alright, cool. So this is basically what I've done so far. Here's the mark that I've done with a marker, and obviously there's the marker, the dot you can see there on the hub. So I'm going to be placing this on the hub to make sure that my positive wire is connected to that positive wire there, and obviously my negative is grounding out on the hub. So I'll show you as soon as I'm done that how it looks, and then obviously we can carry on moving forward. I've already fastened the center nut, so everything is aligning, and also my wheels are pointing in the forward and straight direction. Cool guys, so what I've done so far is I've shown you guys with regards to the hub and also the wiring that's attached to it. I've also managed to complete and attach the quick release on the steering wheel, or not a steering wheel. What happens is, and I've shown before on the button, or the router button, there's two terminals. The two terminals, it's not marked clearly, it's not marked at all with regards to which is positive and what is negative. All that you need to know is you can attach the positive cable to any of those two terminals. What I've done is to ground it out. I've used one for positive and the other one for negative, which one doesn't actually matter. I've attached on the back, basically on the inside of the hub, and of which I'm not going to take it off again, as the steering wheel is currently fastened. The button itself has two terminals, like I mentioned. I've used the one for negative and I used the one for positive. The only thing you need to do is make sure that the two buttons don't touch each other. Make sure that they are properly insulated, so that the two currents don't mix. Otherwise it will just continuously blare, and then you have to strip wires and take everything apart again. So what I've done is I've heat wrapped it and I've heat shrinked it. I've made it sure that it's not touching each other, make sure that all the plastic is out of the way. Yeah, and I carried on. Also, what you need to know is on the side of the router, you will see it will normally be on the side of the router. It will press more, most probably on this side. The router does have a little clip on the side of it, where it will have to be pressed in and then pressed hard to the clip, so that the thing can seat properly. The other thing also is that you need to cover up, because that little clip is a negative current. So when you touch anywhere on the hub, or on the steering on the hub, or back plate of the quick release, the router does go off. So just make sure that you cover that up as well. But other than that, everything is good. All I can say is I've attached the steering wheel now. So let me just show you when I clip it back on.